Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail Menace. Hail to all. This is Bear Nerd Fun. Now, down in the info below, Itchy Bacca's Twitter. Follow him on Twitter. He helps us out a lot. Star Wars is Done website over there. Go over there and give that page a follow. It's linked below with the article that I'm going to do, and you'll be able to follow that once you've clicked the link to the article that I'm going to check out here in a minute. Follow Mike at 60REC. He's listed. Follow his YouTube channel. Subscribe. He's also on Twitter. FinalDeathStar on YouTube. He's linked. boundingintocomics channel is linked. Sporking News Podcast is linked. The Fandom Menace book is available at Indiegogo. Go over there and get yourself a copy. Indiegogo. Follow Arthur Stephen Walton Channel. And you can follow him on Twitter as well. Follow Dataracer on Twitter. And you can sub to Overlord DVD. Gary at Nerdrotic Live and Gary at Nerdrotic Channel. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Now, let's get to this article. Star Wars. Disney Star Wars is done. Walkouts during test screenings. That's the Rise of Skywalker rumor that Doomcock is reporting on. Bounding into Comics has an article on this matter. Other comment on this rumor. Let's see what the commenters have to say. Well, I did a mock walkout where I walked out of my house, but I did it in the name of the Rise of Skywalker. Yep, he's just being funny. So yeah. So we should probably go over to Bounding into Comics and let's see what that article is. Alright, new alleged details emerge on Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker screening. John F. Trent. Hail! New alleged details emerge from a rumored Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker screening with loads of spoilers surrounding Emperor Palpatine. The rumor comes from a YouTuber, Doomcock, who previously recounted the rumor regarding the disaster of The Rise of Skywalker screenings with 3 different versions of the film, including a Kathleen Kennedy cut, a Bob Iger cut, a George Lucas cut that would introduce a secret Skywalker. In this new rumor, Doomcock describes a different cut of the film. He describes it as a hybrid between the Kathleen Kennedy cut and the Bob Iger cut, a cut that will more than likely never be seen by the viewing public. Doomcock details what his sources provided him. The screening opened on Rey running in the woods. Luke was talking to her in her head, training her room beyond the grave, the same way Obi-Wan advised him. Luke tells Rey the Force is about instinct. This sense goes on for a while. The scene goes on for a while. And then Leia appears and informs Rey that her training is almost complete, and the time has come for her to face Kylo Ren again. So, Rey, Chewbacca, BB-8, Finn, Poe, and the rest of the Munchkins leave to find Kylo Ren. Okie doke. Doomcock continues. They go to the desert planet looking for him, and lo and behold, Kylo Ren appears as he was looking for Rey as well. So I guess they sensed each other or something. He then details that the scene with Rey confronting the TIE fighters in the first trailer occurs, however, instead of just leaping over the ship, Rey uses her lightsaber to cut off one of the wings. After his ship is downed, Kylo Ren emerges from the ship unscathed, and the two have a lightsaber duel. Kylo Ren puts the fight on pause when he asks Rey, "Do you feel that?" Rey concurs and notes that she has felt that presence before, describing it as the dark side, but even more threatening than Snoke. The two eventually decide to put their current battle on pause to seek out and destroy this new threat. This new threat is hinted at being Emperor Palpatine as a figure on a chair it's seen, and a familiar laugh is heard. The next scene sees Rey and Kylo Ren on Water Planet searching for Palpatine. Finn is also apparently on the planet searching for Rey. After showing Finn the screening, then returns to Rey, Kylo Ren, as Rey tries to redeem Kylo Ren and turn him back to the light side. Kylo Ren gets angered and the two fight once again, with Rey wiping the floor with him. Kylo Ren then paraphrases Emperor Palpatine from Return of the Jedi, encouraging Rey to strike him down and letting her hate convert her to the dark side. Rey rebuffs his attempt, abandons Kylo Ren, and sets off on her own to seek out this disturbance in the Force. After losing Rey, Kylo Ren destroys his mask in a fit of rage. Rey is then shown an iceberg planet, seen in the trailer. There, the discovers Palpatine during this encounter. Palpatine details that he knew that Vader would betray him, and thus he took precautions. Everything that has transpired, I had foreseen it. Palpatine also disregards Rey's statement that Luke saw Vader kill Palpatine. He questions, did he now? Doomcock then detailed what his source told him what Palpatine looks like. How to put this? The faces from Episode 3, he looked nothing like the Emperor from Episode 6. Palpatine then reveals that Vader killed a clone that was being controlled by the Emperor from whatever planet he is on. In fact, a young Palpatine walks into the set with the source speculating that it could be Matt Smith, but it's difficult to tell if you only see his profile. The screening then cuts to Finn and Rose, who are joined by the Rebel fleet, but are still searching for Rey. There aren't any details providing for this scene, as the screening cuts back to Kylo Ren. Ren is fixing his mask, and after smashing it, he fully repairs and puts it back on. The movie then cuts back to Rey and Palpatine. However, this time Kylo Ren joins them with his red lightsaber drawn. Palpatine then threatens to kill both Ren and Rey so that he can once again rule. Ren mocks the Emperor, noting that all he sees is an old man. The Emperor then pulls out a hologram and tells his stormtrooper to execute Order 67. After the issue, the Star Destroyer scene in the trailer footage rise out of the icy water. The Emperor and Kylo Ren then prepare to fight. The screening then cuts back to Finn and Rose, who have discovered the iceberg planet. They discovered the massive fleet of Empire-era ships. In order to combat this fleet, Leia gets contact with Hux and the Resistance and the First Order combined forces. A ship then drops out of hyperspace, then massive and equipped with 2 Death Star cannons. Rey and the Emperor are then seen fighting before it quickly cuts back to the giant fleet of ships again. As the fleet battle commences, the Resistance forces are attempting to take out the Death Star cannons with the Space Horse cavalry charge seen in the most recent trailer. Space Horses. During the space battle, the Millennium Falcon is then destroyed with Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, C-3PO, and R2-D2 all on board and confirmed dead. There you go. Kill the past. We know what they meant now. Kill it all so they can write new stuff. Back to the article. The Emperor is then seen again fighting Rey, and it appears that he has her beaten. However, Rey receives aid from Leia, Luke, and Yoda, who fight the Emperor. The Emperor ends up killing Leia. Rey then tears up with Kylo Ren, and they defeat the Emperor. Yoda, Luke then provide Rey and Kylo Ren with words of wisdom as the screening ends. What do you make of these alleged details from this rumored test screening? Do you think some of these ideas might end up in the final cut of the film? Do you think this is legitimate? I wonder that myself. Hail to the Fandom Menace. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail.